Hello everybody, welcome back to So That's Gaming. This is Laramus, and we have kind of an exciting video and some news about the PlayStation Vita scene today. The developer, The Flow, has developed an update for the 360 firmware. He has made it to where we can upgrade to 365. Now it has to be updated using the modified Enso firmware. You have to be on 360 in order to be able to do this. You cannot downgrade, but at least by doing this, you will be able to play some of those game backups that required version 3.61 and newer. And it's supposed to be able to enable the ability to go back onto the PlayStation Network and reactivate your Vita if that's something you were needing to do. We have a little bit of homework to do, a few tasks that we need to take care of. First things first. I've included links in the description so that you can download all the required files so that you guys are able to do this. First thing first, we need to update VitaShell. Now, obviously, we can't use VitaShell in order to update, so we got to use molecular shell. We're going to put it into FTP mode or USB mode, whichever mode you guys prefer to use. Let's see here. Let's go make sure. Alright. There we are. Now we got to go back over to the computer here. We're going to log on. Alright, so here we are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to UX0, down to our VPK folder. Here are the files that we will have downloaded for this. We're going to start with VitaShell. Copy that over. Oh, I guess this one wasn't renamed, so let's go ahead and delete this. And remove this one over. There'll be more files for us to move over shortly, but we're just going to start by installing this. Okay. We'll go back to the Vita here. We'll go ahead and hit circle to cancel that. We're going to navigate to our chosen VPK folder. And we're going to install the latest version of VitaShell. And as usual, accept the extended permissions. Alright, so that's done. We'll go ahead and close molecular shell, and we'll see our new VitaShell should be updated to 1.82, as you can see up here in the top left corner. As soon as it loads, there you are, 1.82. So that's taken care of. Next thing we're going to have to do, we're going to go to our settings menu and choose the Henkaku settings. We have to unlink our PSP, our Vita's memory card, so that we're able to, we're going to have to reformat it. So Henkaku settings. Now keep in mind that all plugins that you are currently using will not all work with this new update. Some have been updated, but not all of them. So the files that I've included, if those are the only files that you're currently using, those are up to date. So this update is not for everybody. Keep that in mind. So we're going to just click unlink. I thought I clicked on it. There we go. Alright. Our next step, we're going to go ahead and we're going to disable our plugins. Go ahead and navigate. I have mine in yours 0 to prevent any confusion with the SD to Vita adapter. Those are located in your TIE folder. Hit the config file. Select these, and I'm just gonna comment them out by adding that. Alright, so that's done. So we hit the circle and hit yes to save. Next we have to uninstall Enso. That's what was our permanent firmware. So we're run Enso. If you don't have it, you can always re-download it, reinstall it. These next couple options are kind of important. Let's see here. We're going to hit circle that you agree, and then we're going to choose triangle to uninstall the hack. And we're going to press any key to reboot. Now our config text has been edited, so now the memory card is the only thing that can be selected. So there's the original PlayStation logo. It's going to go ahead and prompt you that there's a system update. We're going to hit cancel, and that the memory card now needs to be formatted. So go ahead, OK. And this is the actual Sony memory card that's formatted. Oh, I know I forgot to do. I forgot to. Forgot a step. We gotta format this memory card. Yes. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now we're back to stock. All of our stuff's gone here. Oh wow. It still shows my apps, but they're not there. Okay, so from here, we have to go back to old school. We got to run the browser exploit by going to Henkaku. Henkaku.xyz. Alright. Install. And you all should be familiar with this. Looks like it's running. Okay, now should go through and reinstall everything. Press any key to exit. There we go, molecular shell. Oh my goodness. And so make sure your memory card and everything's formatted before you run the exploit so they can properly install molecular shell. Let's go and start that. We got to copy some files back over since I think it got rid of pretty much everything here. So UX0, yeah, there ain't no VPK folder, so we're going to go ahead and hit select. We're going to put this into VP mode. We're going to go over back to the computer. Connect to this. There we are. I'm going to go to UX0 and we're going to make a new directory. We're going to call it VPK. Okay. And in our apps folder, we also need to make a directory called update. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Update 365. Update 365. Alright. The VPK folder, we're going to go ahead and send over VitaShell. And the updater VPK. We'll do Adrenaline later. And then over in the apps folder that we created, update 365, we're going to copy the PSP to updat.pv. Alright, now that that's done copying over, we're going to go ahead and navigate to UR0, and we're going to go to our TIE folder here. We're going to go ahead and delete the game SD and the NoNpDRM, our old versions anyway. Go ahead and delete those, and we're going to copy over the new updated versions of those plugins. And that's all we need on the computer for the time being. Let's go ahead and head on back over to Vita. Cancel. Alright, we're going to go ahead and exit this, and we're going to load, we have to install. Go down to our VPK folder that we created. We're going to install VitaShell. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and load VitaShell version 1.82. And now we're going to go ahead and install the updater. Exit that. I'm just going to plug this in. You want to make sure you have plenty of battery before you do all this. There we go. Okay. So before we go and run the update, we're going to go ahead and power off our console here. And the only thing we're going to do once we turn it back on, we're going to run the web exploit to enable Henkaku. And then we're going to run the updater. Alright, re-enable Henkaku by launching our Explorer. Or our browser, sorry. That'll enable all that. Good to go. Should exit. We have to go to our settings and enable unsafe homebrew. That's already done. Okay. Scroll down. Launch the update. Alright, you're about to update the custom firmware 365 Henkaku Enso. Note that once updated, there's no way of downgrading back to where your current firmware. Remember that never attempt to modify US0 or reinstall 365 PUP. Make sure that all your favorite homebrews and plugins are compatible on 365, as mentioned earlier. Check if you have VitaShell version 1.82 or higher installed, and if you have made a CMA backup, do it already. This is very important in case you accidentally lose VitaShell. Continues in 20 seconds. X confirms that you have read. Now the software will make a permanent modification to your Vita. If anything goes wrong, there is no recovery, not even with a hardware flasher. The operators provide this tool as is without warranty of any kind expressed or implied and cannot be held liable for any damage done. Press X to accept these terms. We'll go ahead and hit OK here. Next. I'm going to start copying it over, and this will take a few minutes. The update is 130 megs, I think. And as it says, do not touch any buttons or power off the device during this update, otherwise it may cause a permanent damage to your device. Have a safe trip, see you on the other side. Best regards, The Flow. Should go through the firmware update. Seconds here, the firmware update. After it's done, the system will restart. And if all went well and successful and according to plan, we should be on the new updated 4.6.5 Henkaku Enso firmware version. There's the Henkaku logo. Updating the database. Alright, I believe that we are golden. So there we are. Got our, we'll go to settings just to verify. There's the Henkaku menu, so we know that's good to go. Going down here to system information, and there it is, 365 with the Enso logo there, our regular memory card. So next thing we have to do, we have to re-enable our plugins. Whoop, I don't want to. Whoa, slow down. VitaShell. Alright. Now remember, I copied the new plugins over to UR0, so we have to navigate there. UR0. Go to our Thai folder. Config. I was worried of that. Okay. No problem. So we'll have to re-add these lines. There's those. And we're going to go ahead and save. And just to play safe, we don't want UX0 Thai config below, so we're going to go to UX0 to our Thai folder on it. And we're going to go ahead and hit the triangle here and hit delete. So keep that from loading and messing up our whole operation. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and power off our device and reboot, and all of our old games and everything should be there. Power off. Loading up. Alright, here we are, Moment of Truth. And there's all of our games that are on our adapter, so we know that the SD card adapter in here is in fact working correctly. You know, while we're here, let's go ahead and just launch, where is VitaShell? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's go and load up VitaShell and go back to FTP mode. And we're going to send over one last file right quick. Navigate to our UX0 and to our VPK folder. Copy the new version of Adrenaline over. Delete this one. There we go. Go back to the Vita. And go ahead and install the new Adrenaline. It will have me reinstall the firmware, so I think we'll have to redo all that all over again, but that's okay. Alright. Relaunch Adrenaline. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. X to download. Alright. So it's going to launch Adrenaline. It's going to go ahead and install it. Press X to install. Alright. Press X to the PSP XMB. Aha, we are back. Alright, let's go through the initial setup, blah blah blah. And here we are. Unfortunately, we don't have. Oh wow, all my stuff is still there. Look at that. All my games are still there. So the only thing that I had left to do is to add the plugin for Adrenaline back to my config file in the Thai directory, but I'm not going to do that in this video. So there you go. Everything's up to date. Version 365. So now I'm going to go over and get me a couple of games and get them running that required 361 and higher, and enjoy those now. So Thank you guys so much for watching this video and following along. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you cared. And let me know in the comment section below what you thought and what you're looking forward to me doing in a future video. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to click that subscribe button. Get subscribed. Keep coming back for more gaming videos and console videos. We have plenty more console videos to come up in the future. A couple more on the PlayStation 3. And then I think I got a couple left here on the Vita. And then my next project will be the Wii U. So don't miss that. And we'll see you next time. Peace.